I'm John Ratzenberger, here today to learn about excavation best practices. Like many Americans, I love working with my hands, and the little boy in me still enjoys playing in the dirt. Over the next few days, I'll learn the ins and outs of safe digging from industry professionals and get a first-hand look at some of our underground infrastructure. Did you know that there are over 2.5 million miles of energy pipelines throughout the United States? And that's just one type of buried utility. These pipelines transport products like gasoline and crude oil, natural gas, and other hazardous products. While it is considered the safest way to transport them, we can still run into trouble if we damage one while excavating. Of course, damaging any underground utility is serious, be it a water main, sewer line, telecommunications cable, or electrical cable. But hitting a high-pressure natural gas or petroleum pipeline, that can be deadly. That's why today, we're going to see excavation best practices in action. From calling 811 and following the one-call process, to white lining, interpreting utility markings, excavating safely, and learning how to respond if something doesn't go as planned. You'll also see experienced excavators train me on how to operate equipment and teach me the proper techniques for crossing a pipeline. Luckily, I'm a fast learner. So come on, let's get started and go meet the crew. Here in Casey, Illinois, family-owned company Bolin Enterprises Incorporated has been a leading pipeline maintenance service provider since 1987.
Hey, John.
Hey, Bo.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. You got taller.
Well, and a little bit wider, unfortunately.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Bo here is our operations manager, and he'll be the one showing me the ropes on today's adventure into excavation best practices.
So where are we going today?
Well, we have several crews out and about today working on different projects. They're all within various stages of excavation, and we're going to take you to a site where we haven't even broken ground yet, so we're going to start right from the beginning.
So we might find some worms for fishing.
We could.
All right. I'm right behind you.
All right.
So you got that backhoe fired up for me?
Sounds like you're pretty excited about that.
Oh, it's a kid in a candy store. Are you kidding? There you go. Okay. What's cooking here? There's no equipment, no people. You're playing a trick on me, aren't you?
Not quite, but before we start any excavation, we're going to have to do what we call white lining, and white line the area for...
Baseball?
No. But right now, we're going to put out some stakes and some paint at our proposed excavation site to show everybody else where we intend to dig.
Need some help?
I do.
Ah, you're supposed to say no. Where do you get these flags? Are you like the little flag store?
Yeah, a little flag store, online catalog. So you ready to white line then?
I was born ready to white line, Bo.
Yeah.
So,
Well, white lining is actually pretty easy to do. What we got going on today, we're going to take a drill rig and we're going to go from here and put a fiber optic cable from right here, go underneath the utilities right here, and come up on the other side over there in the yard.
okay, this is for the cable TV and
Yeah.
computer and all that stuff.
So we're going to mark out where we're going to put our drilling machine right here. About a 10 by 10 area. We're going to make it a little bit bigger so we have a little bit of freedom to move here, but...
Okay. Do you always do the flags before you do the white line?
Yeah, a lot of times I do. Because once you put your paint down, it's kind of more permanent. So basically we're just going to spray paint the white lines on both sides of this and kind of box it in a little bit.
Did you hold on?
I got them.
Right.
There you go.
Oh, look at that. I should probably move then.
Yeah.
It's the first time I've ever painted dirt.
First time for everything.
Yeah.
Pretty simple, right?
Yeah.
Well, next we have to make a one call.
A what?
A one call.
What's that?
It is one of the best practices that excavators follow to reduce the risk of accidentally damaging an underground utility. We're going to dial 811 to let everybody know that we have a planned excavation here.
Is that nationwide?
Nationwide.
No
Any
kidding.
phone. Yeah.
I had no idea.
Well, calling 811 is possibly the single most important step in this process.
More important than me on a backhoe?
Unbelievably, yes.
So you just dial 811 on any phone?
Any phone. Matter of fact, I'm going to let you use my phone, and you're going to call in our 811 request.
No kidding. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll make the call.
811.
811, okay.
Hi, this is Megan. How can I help you?
Well, we want to dig a hole, and we're in We're in a field between the corn and a light blue house.
Turns out you need a couple of simple bits of information when making your call to 811 or your State 1 call center's 1-800 number.
We're backhoeing.
No, we're directional drilling.
We're directional drilling.
First, you need to be ready with the exact location of your dig site, the type of work you'll be doing, and your start date. You need to make the call to 811 at least 2 full business days before you want to start digging. A few states require a call 3 or more business days before excavating, so make sure you know your state's requirements.
All right. We'll make sure that facility operators with underground utilities near your project are notified to come and mark. Please keep your one-call ticket verification number in case you need to call us back if someone fails to respond and mark their lines, or if the markings become disturbed or worn away during your project. All right?
Thank you very much for making it really easy. It's really common sense, isn't it? Just dial 811 before you do any digging and you won't get the shock of your life or remove somebody's cable system.
We just want everyone to be safe and protect the utilities underground.
Well, you do that. You do that well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Easy peasy.
Yep. Some states even accept online dig requests so they can get their information through the web.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I learned from Bo that for larger jobs involving multiple excavators, a separate one-call ticket is needed for every excavator on the job site. So everyone needs to make their own call to 811. Excavators should keep their one-call ticket number and the names and phone numbers of the utility companies at the job site. Also, for large or complicated jobs, the one-call center can help facilitate a pre-excavation meeting between the excavator and facility operators if requested. Requesting a pre-planning meeting is essential if the excavation requires the interruption of a utility service. These meetings help improve communication between the parties and reduce the likelihood of utility damage.
I've noticed you've got these markers. What are they for?
Federal regulations require that one of these pipeline markers be at every road, railroad, and water crossing for energy pipelines.
So if you already know where the pipeline's buried, why bother with the 811 call?
This marker just tells us there's a line in the area. What it doesn't tell us is how deep the line is. We need for the pipeline companies and all the other utilities to come out and accurately locate their pipelines so we'll have a better idea of exactly where they're at.
So it also tells you who the operator is and their emergency number, right? It tells you to call 811. We did that, all right? What's next?
Now we wait.
Oh, how long?
Well, in this state, we have to wait 48 hours.
Do I have to wait right here for 48 hours?
I didn't bring a sleeping bag.
No, I've got something else for you to do. I'm going to take you to another job site now, and maybe you can get your hands dirty there.
All right, boss, I'm right behind you. So, Bo, what are we doing here? What
What's
are
going
all the
on?
different colors for?
This is what it looks like after we dialed 811, and the utilities have responded by marking their facilities.
So each color represents one of those utilities.
That's exactly right. Out here, we've got a few different colors, but orange would be for communication, red would be for electric,
Well, that makes sense, doesn't it?
yeah,
Sure.
pink for temporary survey markers, yellow for petroleum or gas,
Okay.
and you know what white means?
Surrender.
No, white lining.
Okay.
Blue for water, green for sewer.
Okay, yeah, because the algae and alligators, yeah.
That makes sense. The purple is for reclaimed water or irrigation. So that's all your colors for different utilities.
Is that universal? Is that nationwide?
Yeah, this is the universal color code for utilities. So you can see where we've got some of these same colors out here, where the yellow is obviously marking out a petroleum pipeline or a gas pipeline here. In this case, it's Marathon Pipeline. Then they've got out some temporary survey markers. With the pink, we've got our white lining coming across here where we're going to install a telephone line. We got some orange and we got some blue over there. So we've got some water, then we got a communications line running over there too. If there's utilities that aren't involved in our excavation, they can write okay or no in their color out off to the side of our excavation so we know they've been here and they're clear of our excavation.
But what if they're standing on the wrong side of the no? It'll look like it says on.
It could. gets kind of tricky that way sometimes, but no, it's usually pretty clear.
Just thought I'd mention it.
Yeah.
All right.
Not every utility will mark no or okay at the site. Some utilities will notify the excavator by email, phone, or fax that they are not involved.
Should we put the guys to work?
Yeah, matter of fact, they're working right now. They're going through pre-excavation activities here, verifying that all the utilities that said that they would be here and marked have marked, and if they're not here, then we'd have to call 811 again and say we had a non-response and go through the process again. Okay, so what we're going to do is go right into our job site review. These guys have done some documentation and taken some pictures of our markings and things. Keith, you're here with Marathon Pipeline. I guess we're going to be crossing your line today. So we're going to be digging inside the temporary markers, these pink ones here. That is inside what they call the tolerance zone.
In most states, the tolerance zone includes the width of the utility plus 18 or 24 inches on either side of the underground facility. Check with the One Call Center for the requirements in your state.
So we're going to have to teach you the joys of hand digging and vacuum excavation since we're inside the tolerance zone.
Oh, I can't wait. That's why I got my gloves.
This runs your boom up and down. Raises it up and down there.
Okay.
The tolerance zone serves as a buffer of protection around the underground utilities. State law requires that excavators hand dig or vacuum excavate within the tolerance zone. Mechanical equipment should only be used if a utility representative is present and has given their approval. Most underground utility lines are marked by trained professionals, but the excavator is always the second line of defense. If you find an unmarked or inaccurately marked facility, you should stop excavation and call 811 and the utility owner. If the planned excavation continues past the life of a one-call ticket, you should contact the One Call Center to refresh or extend the ticket.
Well, that's pretty impressive. Probably could have been a little faster with a backhoe, though, don't you think?
Well, it could have been, except that we were operating inside the tolerance zone, and we can't use a backhoe inside the tolerance zone.
Tolerance zone, the TZ.
Yeah. We're going to the backhoe next, and you'll be able to operate a backhoe real soon.
All right.